The A grade. Oh my. Welcome back to A grade men, Newtowns vs Norths.
Today commentating is me, Mike Connor and Kira Nichols.
Newtown is starting with the ball by the looks of it. Great ball, unluckily Newtown weren't able to connect together to read that one. It's North's ball on the sideline.
Caleb Lindsay takes the ball from the sideline. Passes it to Kynan. Newtown intercept.
Oh, great ball. Pass it straight up the line. Fight against Newtown and Norths. Newtown gets there first. Pops it on the foot. It's now 16.
Long corner.
Long corner. Newtown's ball, 16. Passed it straight across. Going to see if they can drag it out. Back to the back. Put it up the line. That's come off Newtown's stick. Great ball from Norths. Unluckily they couldn't reach it. It's now a 16 for Newtown. Great ball control from Norths. Unluckily they've just lost it. Newtown 16 once again. Great overhead from Josh McPaul. Newtown's ball once again.
Newtown free hit just outside the 25, passes it back to the left half, up the line.
Great work together. Gonna see who can get there. Newtown, unluckily no one was there.
North 16. Caleb Lindsay taking the 16, passing it out to Kynan Haddock. Up
Great
the
quick
line.
ball.
Unlucky North cannot get to it. Newtown 16.
Newtown trying to get it out of that area.
Transfer to the left side. Looking for an option. Ooh, fakey. Back to the right half.
Quick
up
ball
the
up the
line.
line.
Oh,
Unluckily,
unlucky
North could not get that, but it is still North's ball.
Lindsay taking the sideline hit. Looking for an option. Sideline, good touch.
Oh, great defence by Newtown.
foot, and that's a long corner. Kylan
North-
Mogg will take the hit.
North's looking for a quick ball.
Runs it in. Unlucky Newtown.
Great defence from Newtown. Pick up back from North's.
Liam Matheson runs it in.
Gets a short corner. Will Suey looks like he's dragging out. Looks like it's going to be a drag flick from Zach.
Saved by Newtown.
Gonna
North run it in.
play.
Good receive. Shot.
Save from the
by
goalie.
goalkeeper.
Another
Long corner. And Carter Mogg looks for the perfect
great
pass.
ball. Gonna put that
Pass
straight
it
in.
across, touch, saved by the goalkeeper. Oh, swing and
Just
a miss.
missed shot.
Josh Nicole passes it, intercept by North.
Great control from Newtown. Gonna pass it straight
The
across.
right half.
Looking back.
Looking for the good option here.
Holding that ball as long as they can till a gap opens up. North has good pressure on, pushing Newtown back a little bit as they reposition for the ball again.
Good pass to Mentor.
Newtown's ball.
And Rich Pimento will take that hit, just past the halfway. Passes it back to left half, up the line, touched by North. Newtown regain it, run into the circle. Intercepted by
Unable
Suey.
to keep that on their stick. North with their quick ball. Great touch.
To Carter Mogg. Carter Mogg will run that. Toma up the sideline. Another hit. Intercepted by Newtown. Rich Pimento gains the ball, passes it back to the left half.
Quick
Good
ball
ball
from
control.
Newtown. Holding that ball as long as they can for an opening. Straight back. North cutting off that option. Good ball passing from Newtown, going up the line.
Unlucky.
Unable.
Ball on the right sideline. Also, we're taking the hit. That's a penalty.
Gonna use his advantage.
Good skill by Kynan.
Ball into space.
Intercepted by Newtown.
Newtown passing up to each other.
Unlucky North. Newtown. Bit of a low overhead. With Newtown's ball.
Gonna be North's ball.
Oh my god, North's ball.
Going back for the transfer. Great set in space.
Also passes it back.
Created space, uses it.
Kynan gets the ball.
Josh McPaul with that low trap.
Intercepts. And Josh McPaul ends the hit for Newtown.
Newtown looking for his options. Great ball.
Newtown wins the hit.
Newtown passes it back. They're going to use their space and wait for the players to create some more space. Great ball.
Good pass
Oh.
by Newtown. Unlucky.
Newtown 16. North 16. Newtown making their way into the D.
Intercept by North. Wins the hit. Also a quick pass to Brownie. Good
Great
skill.
control from Norths.
Pass on the left side. And it's play on. Newtown get the ball, pass it to the left. McPaul gets it.
Oh,
Intercepted by
intercept.
Taylor Lindsay. North win the free hit.
He's going to use his space. Passes it.
So across the circle. And it's a long corner for North. Looking for his options.
Pass to the left. Great reach from North. They're going to see what they can do with their space. Put it straight through. Newtown.
Working it out of the circle. North get the free hit. Just outside the 25. Circle.
Newtown with
Tackle by
that great
Mitch Pimentel.
tackle.
Tries to end the free hit. Wins the advantage.
Oh, unlucky for Newtown. It's going to be North's free hit near the sideline. Newtown and North quickly subbing while they have the chance. Great intercept from Newtown.
North regain the ball back. Good pass. Cutting infield, passing it to the in the circle. and they just couldn't get there. North 16,
Newtown.
Newtown.
It has now been changed to a 25 long corner for Norths. Great use of space, put it straight through the D. Unfortunately, it went out though, so it's going to be Newtown's free hit.
Pass into the centre to Mitch Pimenta, who passes it to his right half. Back into the centre to Mick Paul, who passes it back. Intercepted by Carter Mogg. Gives a really good ball, but unfortunately they're tackled, but they win the free hit.
North's being instructed to take that ball back. Great set out of players, going to hit that straight
into the circle. The shot or goal, and that is a goal.
First goal goes to Norths.
Cal Kramer scoring an amazing Tomo on top of the circle.
We have just been informed that past high A1 women are winning 2-0 up on field 2. Savannah Trapp has scored both of those two. Great pass from Norths across to their right half. Using the space to their advantage. Great quick ball.
Lindsay.
It's going to use that advantage.
Intercepted by Newtown. Tackle from Norths. In the circle, working it in. Unlucky gets a call against Norths.
Believe that was from a
Quick
foot.
ball from Newtown onto the left.
Ooh. Newtown's
Newtown win that
ball.
hit.
Newtown holding it till their players create some more space.
Looking for the options. Overhead to the other side. Overhead. Oh, and it just goes out.
North's waiting that ball to go out. Free hit on the right sideline. To their back. Round. And that's our first quarter done.
And some Toowoomba Hockey Juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel the national performances and just fell
Basically, we called Dad and he had no idea what I was saying. That's how loud we were screaming.
Proud of all the boys that made it, and especially some of the boys that did. They played an excellent tournament.
Now, the under-13s girls Division 1 side, they also went through undefeated, but their final was washed out.
We're back, kids. Back on second quarter, starting in 10 seconds. Newtown once again starting with the ball.
Let's get back to the right half.
Oh, great tap by
Good
North.
intercept by North. Newtown hit on the sideline. Pass to the top of the circle, missed by everyone.
Gonna be North 16.
Pass up the line.
Touched by
Quick
Newtown.
ball. Pass to Carter Mogg.
Carter's
Up
gonna
the line.
challenge
Intercepted by
Newtown.
Great defense by Rangerville. A1 women.
Newtown have got that ball once again. They're gonna pass it to one another. Great pressure from North.
good running by Mitch Pimenta. He gets the hit.
Unluckily from North, that's Newtown's ball. Got a
Quick ball
quick
to the left
pass.
half.
Oh,
tackle by
great
North.
tackle by North. Good ball. Unluckily, Newtown's ball once again. Pass the ball back to the back centre, going to the right half. He's gonna pass it straight up the sideline.
Touch by McFall.
They're gonna use that advantage. Unluckily, Newtown weren't able to get that, but it's their ball. Newtown working their way around, using their time wisely. Unluckily, they got a foot on that, so it's North's ball now.
Lucky Lindsay misses it, and it's a Newtown hit on the sideline. Mitch Pimenta will take that hit. Looking for options.
Great pressure from North.
Perfect slider into the corner. Gets a short corner. Marty Hollis injecting in the short corner.
Great setup for a
Double battery. Left injection. Drag left. Good tackle. Goes through the legs. Good defense by Norths.
It's going to be
Newtown will get a long
long
corner.
corner.
Marty Hollis will take that hit again. Drag his ball. Shot on goal. Lusui between the legs. That's
Another short corner for Newtown.
Good for it. Marty Hollis injecting. First battery, drag flick by Josh McFall, straight into someone's body.
That's going to be North's hit on the 16.
coming off. That would have hurt. Good touch. Looking for options.
Great ball. Oh, unlucky from Norths. Unable to communicate well.
Touch by Carter Mog. Newtown get the hit. Overhead by Metcalf. Into the pocket.
Oh,
Unlucky.
unlucky trap from Newtown. It's going to be North's ball.
North's win that hit. Taken by Carmen Haddock. Looking for his options.
Great ball.
Ball unlucky.
Newtown's free
Ben
hit.
Edwards just missed that one. Newtown hit on the sideline.
Ball accidentally went out of the field, so one of the Newtowns has given their stick up for it. Number 13 from Newtown's free hit. Great ball control.
Good tackle for Newtown. Back stick. By Nick. Good touch to Edwards. Up the line to Liam. Matheson gets the free hit. Oh, no, it's a long corner.
Norths have been very, very patient this game. Seem very well controlled with themselves and their team. Newtown regain that ball control. Going to use their space.
Only one player up with them. Going to take on two players. Good ball. One-on-one with the keeper. Passes it. Saved by Will Suey. And that's a long corner for Newtown. They're
Great
looking for the
defence
quick
from
ball. They're
Norths.
looking for the quick ball. Passes it to McPaul. One touch in. Another opportunity. And that's
It's
North
North's
16.
ball. Quick ball. Gotten
Quick
that out
1-2.
of their 16.
To Edwards. Good ball control. Yeah, keeping possession of that ball. Looking for the option in the middle.
Great ball.
To Haddock. To Carter. He will take the tom off and the postie just misses it.
A
Great
short,
ball.
a short corner
was a
for
good
the
play.
A1 women up on field 2.
Passed high, getting that short corner versus Rangeville. Newtown using their width, passing it straight back across. Great ball from Newtown, straight to another
Ball.
player's stick.
Looking for the space. Touched by Haddock. Straight in the middle. Looking for that option.
Great ball, great
Intercepted
intercept.
by Newtown. Looking for his options. Ooh, just touched by Norths. Norths get the
Bit of arguing with the refs, unsure about what the call was for, but Newtown is right back on Norths.
Dylan Gasco, unlucky pass.
Great control with their
Great
stick.
skill.
It's North's ball, right outside the D.
Looking for that quick ball. Easy pass back. Perfect ball into the T spot.
Great pick up from Norths.
Good skill. Unlucky tackled by Newtown.
Newtown's ball now. They're going to take a 16. Beautiful overhead from Newtown, straight to their player. Got a
North's player lost his stick.
Newtown using their free hit.
Bit of a high ball, but North's managed to keep it down. Dylan
Newtown.
Gasco running into it. Got caught for shepherding.
Overhead from Norths. Great touch from Newtown. Unable to keep that in, however.
Ball off the line.
Great ball weight,
Just couldn't
unlucky.
get to that one. Newtown looking for the quick ball.
Using that
Straight to Scott
space.
Richards in the middle, looking for that square ball. Now turning in. Newtown win the hit. Quick ball to McBall. Gets the free hit. Takes it.
Great ball from Newtown. Pick up from Norths. Quick one passes. Pulling out that defender. Straight to their player.
Looking for the option. Cross to
Top.
defense by Newtown. Cardamom gets the ball again.
Quite
Great
a
tackle by Newtown. Looking for the option. Off the line, intercepted by Will Suey.
Sui running up that line. Great
Ball into the
pass.
pocket. Regains possession. Control. And tackle by Norths and cleared by Newtown, who get the hit.
So Newtown's ball. I believe that came off a foot of one of the Norths players.
Off the line, intercepted by Norths. Unlucky they couldn't keep that in. Good
Norths
tackle by
ball.
Norths.
Unfortunately, Norths did not stop that ball on the sideline.
Kelly Lindsay takes the hit on the sideline. Looking for options, bringing it in, drawing players in, passing it across to the person on the top. Intercepted by Newtown. Running into space, passing it to Dylan, but he can't quite get there. Good dive, but that's unlucky. Pass back to Will Suey.
Sui going up.
Passing it to Caleb Lindsay on the left half. Looking for the options infield. Good
Great
pass to
pass.
Edwards.
Great teamwork
Passing it
together.
to the top of the circle, but no one's there. And that's off Newtown, so that's a North's long corner. Pass to Carter Mogg. Unlucky it hits his foot. Newtown free hit on top of the circle.
Norths
Looking for
applying their
options.
pressure. Looking for his options, going back.
Bit of a close one. Across to the left half.
Norths applying pressure once again.
Newtown are working the ball, keeping possession with 3 minutes left in the half, quarter. The line,
Great pickup from Newtown.
ball control, just out of reach. Zach Gooderman with the ball, looking for options. Off to Edwards.
Great lead from
Good
Norths.
tackle by Newtown, but that will be North's ball.
Great
Pass to the right
slap.
side. First touch. Oh. Gets the free hit. Hitting Carter Mogg's foot.
Waiting for their options. Great, one pass. Touch by Newtown. Great applied pressure. Newtown communicating with their team on when they want their players presented.
Climb with a good pass. Straight to Brownie. There's a Thomas intercepted by Newtown. Edwards gets the ball back, takes the quick ball. Good spin, loses control. Matheson picks it back up. Looking for his options. Good footwork. Intercepted by Newtown. And Newtown hit. And who's been sent off?
Nutsy, gonna have to drop into midfield. Please.
Marty Hollis has been given a green card. Not sure what for.
Newtown using their advantage, passing it to their right half. Quick ball up the line. Great trap, they're going to use it. Oh,
Oh, good skill. Also overcommitting. Good tackle by Zach. Quick ball by North. Good touch to Carter Mogg. Quick ball to Matheson.
great touch.
Regain possession.
Oh,
Good tackle by Newtown.
Newtown looking to slow down the play so their players can get ready.
Caleb with a good ball. Intercepted by Newtown. Big dive. Just outside the 25. Passing it back. With only 10 seconds left to go. Trying to get in the circle for a result, but intercepted by Newtown. Almost running on top of each other. And then as our first half done.
And some Toowoomba Hockey Juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel at the Nationals. Performances just fell
Basically, we called Dad and he had no idea what I was saying. That's how loud we were screaming.
Proud of all the boys that made it, and especially some of the boys that did. They played an excellent tournament.
Now, the under-13s girls Division 1 side, they also went through undefeated, but their final was washed out. And some Toowoomba Hockey Juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel to Hobart in late September to compete at the Nationals. Selections were based off their strong performances at last week's state titles, which saw 90 of our kids play across 6 teams, 2 of which made the grand final but just fell short. But making the state team was the main goal.
Basically, we called Dad and he had no idea what I was saying. That's how loud we were screaming.
I'm proud of all the boys that made it, and especially some of the boys that did. They played an excellent tournament.
Now, the under-13s girls Division 1 side, they also went through undefeated, but their final was washed out.
Go Australia!
And some Toowoomba hockey juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel to Hobart in late September to compete at the Nationals. Selections were based off their strong performances at last week's state titles, which saw 90 of our kids play across 6 teams, 2 of which made the grand final but just fell short. But making the state team was the main goal.
Basically, we called Dad and he had no idea what I was saying. That's how loud we were screaming.
I'm proud of all the boys that made it, and especially some of the boys that did. They played an excellent tournament.
Now, the under-13s girls Division 1 side, they also went through undefeated, but their final was washed out. Juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel to Hobart in late September to compete at the Nationals. Selections were based off their strong performances at last week's state titles, which saw 90 of our kids play across 6 teams, 2 of which made the grand final.
Second half about to start. We forgot to mention that our umpires are Dylan Gleeson and Jack Moore.
North now starting with the ball. Whistle's gone.
Passing back to Brownie. Overhead to the right pocket. Intercepted by Newtown. Regains possession on the left. Passed it up the line. Intercepted by North.
Oh, unfortunately gotten a foot from North. Josh McPaul with the ball. Great ball control. Josh McPaul putting into the right pocket. Newtown running onto it. Great pickup. North repossession.
Wilson with the ball. Passes it into Brownie. Touch. Intercepted by Newtown.
Great tackle from North, or unlucky.
Jack Moore's called that against North.
Newtown to the left. Just put it back. Back to the left. Great pressure from North.
And that will be Newtown's ball on the sideline.
Just above the halfway line.
Pass in the middle. Looking for options. Goes all the way back.
I believe Past High has just scored against Rangeville on field 2.
One touch, unlucky. Nice ball on the sideline.
North get to the ball before Newtown. Quick drag around. Great dummy ball. Straight through. And that's a short corner.
Liam Brown injecting.
A lot of options on the top of the D.
To the first battery, drag flick, saved by the goalkeeper.
Goalkeepers are having great jobs tonight. They're doing amazing. It's going to be long corner for Norths. Great ball control. Just
outside the
outside.
circle. Mog at the top of the circle, passes it back, receives it back in the circle.
Great defence from
Dispossessed by
Newtown.
Newtown. Josh McCall works hard, loses that again. Newtown's hit, plays the advantage.
Great
and
job
cleared by the
from the
goalie.
goalie. Newtown ball again. Unsure of what that was for. I think it was for a hack.
Passes it down the right half. Cut in the middle. Looking for his options, cuts back in, earns a free hit.
Clean ball to the left side for Newtown. Going back. Hot.
Good one too. Unlucky, just couldn't get to that one. That is a Newtown ball on the left sideline. Up the sideline. Unlucky touch, just over. Newtown hit on the sideline. Ball to the top of the circle. Josh McPaul with the ball, runs it in. Josh loses possession, gets caught up with the keeper, regains possession again, and that is a long corner for Newtown.
Newtown looking for their pass options. Straight back. Holding position. North putting that pressure on early.
Newtown winning that hit. Okay, they're passing the ball back to Scott. Overhead into the pocket. Bit. Up the line. Oh, it's not even there.
North's free hit on the sideline.
Passes it back for the transfer to Kynan. Ball to Suey on the left. One touch. Straight up the line. And again, Liam Matheson falls over and wins the hit.
Bit of a collision there. It's going to be...
Carter Mugg will take that hit in the attacking 25. Newtown just regaining that possession. Looking for that space, gets dispossessed by Norths and dispossessed again.
Oh,
And someone's being sent.
Newtown, I believe. Second card given this game so far.
Andrew Ward getting a 2 minute green card.
He's not five.
To the right half of Newtown.
Great patience from Newtown.
Intercepted by Kynan Haddock.
Back onto North Newtown stick.
Newtown win the hit. Intercepted by Caleb Lindsay there. Passes it to the right.
North's going to use
Zach
that
will take that.
space.
Attempted overhead. Newtown intercept it. Looking for the good pass. Newtown will take the hit just
Just
their
behind.
defensive 50.
Great
Good
one
ball off the
touches.
line. Tackle by Caleb Lindsay. That will be a Newtown hit.
Caleb's foot.
Pass back to the left half. All the way back to their fullback.
Great
Newtown
pressure from
eliminate a
Norths.
North's player. Intercepted by Kynan. And earns the free hit. Brownie will take the hit, looking for options.
North's presenting.
Overhead.
Great stop from Newtown.
Great receive. Newtown up with the counter attack. Earns, hits the foot and earns the free hit.
Newtown sending it straight into the D. Unfortunately, no touch on that ball though, so that is still a 16.
Will Sui looking for options, hoping to take the quick ball. Passes out to the left half. Touched by Newtown. Lifts the ball, and that's a
North's
hit.
Just on the 50 there.
Goes back for the transfer. Will Sui to Kynan.
Josh McPull applying that pressure.
Intercept by Newtown. Good pressure by North.
Newtown's ball. Just on the 50 line. Great touch, good pickup.
Carter Mogg with the tackle. Edwards will take the hit. No? Carter will take the hit. Pass to the... Oh. Broke his own ankles.
North's ball once again, taking it in, using that space to their advantage.
Good touch, intercepted by Newtown. Regains that possession, takes a quick hit.
Great pass across, they're going to keep going together. That's a...
Play
gonna
the
use that
advantage.
Unfortunately, no advantage was played, so it's still Newtown's ball.
You want this? Get in that gap.
Touched by Lee Matheson.
Unfortunately,
get them the
he lost
hit.
his possession.
Zach with the overhead into the left pocket to Edwards, but intercepted by Newtown. Zach with the ball, good ball skill, tries to tumble it across the circle, Lifts that ball a bit too high and Newtown get the ball, takes the quick hit, intercepted by Carter Mogg. Into the circle, pass to Edwards. Saved by the keeper and Newtown gain possession again. Up the right side, looking for his options. Good skill. Eliminates one player, passes to Josh McPaul. Josh McPaul passes it back to Newtown. And intercepted by Norse, and that's gone over the baseline. And that will be a Newtown 16. Intercepted by Dylan, gets past Caleb, and
That's Newtown's ball.
intercepted by Will Suey. Zach tries to bring it down, gets tackled by Newtown. Will Suey gets the hit, takes the quick ball.
Stick to stick.
Carter Mogg uses his space, looking for options, hits it to the other side of the field, gets intercepted by a Newtown player.
Newtown earned themselves a free hit. Repositioning for that ball. Straight into space. Unfortunately, Josh couldn't get that quite on his stick.
Pass back to Will Suey. Will Suey looking for options. The left sideline, Caleb Lindsay gets the foot on Newtown. Pass to Carter Mogg infield.
Passing it back.
Newtown gets a touch on it.
Going around. Newtown applying pressure fast. Great
Good touch.
one-on-one. Can't link,
Bit too high.
unfortunately.
Up the line for Newtown. Cut infield. And they've earned themselves a short corner. Dylan is pushing out for Newtown in the short corner.
To set up the stick traps.
First battery, Josh McPaul passes it across to the left. And that's
a goal.
And that's a goal. And the score is now 1-1. And the umpires are going to come in.
A goal
And
has been earned for Newtown.
I'll start with the ball again. Pass back to the centre.
Norse making way up.
Zach gets the ball. Ball skill. Runs it. And that's earned them a short corner
Norse staying strong.
with the comeback.
I believe. Rangeville has just scored on field 2. Short corner has gone overtime. This is going into the break between third and the fourth quarter.
Put some effort back, guys. Let's go.
Brownie will be injecting.
Straight to the
First
top.
battery. Drag flick saved by the keeper. And that ends our third quarter.
And some Toowoomba Hockey Juniors will wear the mighty maroon after 10 players were selected in Queensland under-13 squads. The rep players will travel at the Nationals. Performances
Basically, we called Dad and he had no idea what I was saying. That's how loud we were screaming.
Proud of all the boys that made it, and especially some of the boys that did. They played an excellent tournament.
Now, the under-13s girls Division 1 side, they also went through undefeated, but their final was washed out.
North starting with the ball again. Pretty sure Liam Matheson's going to be taking that. Passes it back to centre half. Overhead to the right striker, who unfortunately cannot trap that one.
Newtown looking for his options. They're going to pass it straight up the line.
Touch by Newtown.
Great
North.
touch from North. Newtown with the ball once again, just over the halfway line. Oh, unfortunately, just gone out. Great pressure from North. North patiently waiting for their options. Great intercept from Newtown.
Newtown will get that ball again. Riches will pass that back. Edwards will channel that. Pass it to the other side.
Great pick up from Newtown.
Great attack. Good. Bit of a high hit. Oh, it came off North's.
North, Newtown's ball now.
It's an option in the pocket. Looking to switch it up. Overhead to the other side of the circle. Brings it into the circle. Backhand hit and
Unfortunately,
big
this is
swing and a
the
miss.
North are going to use this to their advantage. See if they can pop it up on the other side of the field. Great interference by Newtown.
Hit up the sideline. Intercepted by Newtown. North will take that quick ball. Pass it across. Touched by Newtown. Liam Matheson will get that ball and earn their North a short corner. Looks like Brownie's to inject in this short corner. To the first battery, miss trap. Edwards will run it in. Carter lifts the ball, gets caught against him, and that's a Newtown ball. Quick ball to the right. Hit across to a high striker. Tackle by Will Suey. Oh, Oh.
Just unfortunately missed that.
And saved by the keeper. And that's hit a Newtown foot.
A great save from the keeper.
Good effort. That was good hustle by the North players.
Untrapped from Newtown ball.
Touched by Brownie. Across to Caleb Lindsay.
North's going to work together, put that up the line. Unfortunately, couldn't grab that on his stick.
This tackle. Good passing by Newtown. Keeping possession up the line to McPaul, who will run in. Attacking 25, pass it off. Can unfortunately not keep possession. North clear it. There's a short corner on field 2 for Rangeville. Newtown with the ball, passing across. Just have to.
Great tackle from Newtown. Newtown coaches insisting to go left. Great trap from North.
Defense by Norths, and they get the 16. Bit of a slow press by Newtown
Great pickup from North.
with the counter attack, looking for options across to Cartamog. He'll do a spin, pass off to tackle through the legs. Tackle
Great
by
touch from
Newtown.
Newtown's ball.
Newtown take that hit and goes over the sideline. Square ball. And also keep it on the right. Person in the pocket. And Edwards will earn that free hit. He'll bring it out. Pass out again. Straight into the circle. Good touch. Good receive. Newtown.
North pick that back up.
A bit of a high shot.
And that's
And Jack Moore calls it for Newtown.
Rangeville has scored on field 2 against Pastime Women. Newtown taking their free hit.
Passing it off to the left. Ooh, bit of a back there. That's alright.
Good pick up from Newtown. Passing across to the left, putting that line. Unfortunately, Newtown couldn't keep that in. North's free hit on the sideline.
Looking back for the transfer. Also, we keeping possession, looking for options. The ball into the middle of the field, looking for options. Blowing out wide again. Into the attacking 25, across the circle, and Newtown hit on the sideline. Get touched by Norths. Newtown gain possession. Hit across. 1-on-1.
Newtown dragging that goalie out as far as they can.
And that's a
putting
Newtown
that in.
goal.
Quite a good goal.
Goal
North
scored by Andrew Ward. Good 1-on-1 with the goalie. Touched by Newtown. And that's a North hit on the sideline.
great flick into the goal.
Cartamog with the ball, Thomas in across. Newtown gain possession and North regain that ball.
Pass to the right.
Wilsey with the hit into the pocket, touched by Liam Matheson.
Put it into space, he runs onto that.
Try and look for options.
Pass
And he
into
dumps
the
it back to Caleb Lindsay, who then passes it back to Carter Mogg. Skill by Carter Mogg, gets past two Newtown players, Thomas it into the circle, intercepted by a Newtown player, clears it out, back to Liam Matheson, who then passes it back to Lindsay, and then unfortunately passes it, very ping-pongy today. Zach will get the ball, flick it across the circle, saved by
the goal.
Newtown keeper.
Pick up from Newtown, they're going to pass it.
Ooh, Carter Mogg
Going to use it to
just
their
uses his body.
And that is North's ball.
And Carter Mogg gets a card for obstruction.
Focus on the press. Dylan, focus on the press.
Caleb Lindsay takes a hit from the sideline, passes it back to Will Suey in the centre.
Wilsey drags the players to him. Straight ball to the left. Right to one of his players. They're going to use his speed.
Bit of a hack by Newtown. Zach will take that hit.
Push back as in.
And no,
10
Zach will not take that hit. Just outside the 25. Going to hit it straight in. And Liam Matheson just unfortunately couldn't not keep possession of that one.
Our speed, Blue, our speed.
Newtown's ball. I believe they're going to try and put it up in...
No, it's a long corner.
It's a long corner. North's putting it to the other side. Newtown applying pressure fast.
Attacking
Great
25. Just could not get that foot on that one.
Newtown with great ball control, unfortunately passed it to the wrong...
Good tackle. Up the sideline by Newtown. Passed it into the centre. Intercepted by a North's player. Attacking 25.
Great reach
Couldn't
from
find the
Newtown.
North's player.
Hold it up, Phil.
Great tackle from North. A lot of diving for the tackles.
Two North players going for it. Caleb Lindsay
Working.
passing it into the pocket.
Working together to get past Newtown.
Good skill. And that's a long corner for Norths. Caleb Lindsay taking that long corner. Looking for options. Intercepted by Newtown. Josh McCall gets it, looks for options, overheads it up the sideline. Also he regains possession.
Passes it back up the line.
Just didn't get a touch on that one. Newtown take the 16 hit. Right half, looking for options up the sideline. Bit of a contest there.
Newtown's ball again. North repositioning themselves. Newtown leading, looking for that long ball. And that long ball delivers. Touch from Newtown, that's going to touch from North. It's going to be Newtown's ball once again. Newtown's ball once again. Josh McPaul applying himself to it.
Back to their left half.
Passing it back. North's applying that pressure fast.
Good pressure by Liam Matheson, regains possession.
Save from the goalie. Unfortunately,
Norths do get the ball back. Into the attacking 25. Runs in, beats one player, passes it to his... Ooh. And Liam Matheson has earned North's a short corner. Need to inject again.
Pressure on 13.
Drag flick. And that's a long corner because it came off Newtown. Newtown get the hit for a good tackle against Zach. Overhead into the right side.
Great pickup.
Puts
from
it
Newtown.
down. Good pass to his player. He keeps possession.
Passed it back to North, unfortunately. Newtown trying to apply that pressure.
And that's a good touch.
Great save together from
Great save.
Newtown.
And North's hit on the sideline.
Line, scoot line.
North's hit in the attacking 25.
Josh,
Oh, it's Newtown now. Sorry.
not too far. Not too far.
North applying that pressure. Newtown adjusting the ball.
Lego, no further.
Oh, great touch from Newtown. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep on this.
Lego, shoulder check, Lego.
We'll still be taking that ball. Newtown are playing a very fall away
Great
press.
intercept from Newtown. Gonna run onto the ball.
Good pressure by North. North regain possession. Looking for options. Touch. And he will shoot and he misses just on the
That was North's ball, however, for
Come on,
a
Joshy.
long corner.
Catchup take the hit. Hits it into the circle.
Another long corner has been given.
With 40 seconds left to go. I'm also really trying to get a result in the circle. And
Umpires have called again, just to make sure what the decision should be.
it will be called a long corner. Husey will be playing that down the... Clears it. North's under the pump here. Pressure to try and get another goal. But Newtown regain possession, run up the field, wins a free hit. No?
Final seconds, North really want to get that in.
Intercepted by Newtown.
And that is
The end of the game. 2-1 to Newtown.